This documentary was created using AI tools such as Sora, Grok, and CapCut. All interviews, visuals, and reenactments are synthetic recreations and do not represent real footage. Any resemblance to real individuals in reenactments is coincidental. This production is independent and not affiliated with or endorsed by Roblox Corporation.
The story of Roblox does not begin with a corporation or a marketing plan. It begins with curiosity. It begins in an era when online gaming was still young, and when the idea of millions of people creating their own worlds felt almost impossible. In the early 2000s, the internet was transforming. More homes were getting access to high-speed connections. Young players were discovering online communities for the first time. Forums, early chat rooms, and small online games were becoming gathering places for a new generation. It was a time full of experimentation, and nearly every idea felt new and unexplored. Inside a small office in California, two engineers were paying close attention to this shift. Their names were David Bashetsky and Eric Castle. They had spent years working with physics simulations and educational software. They believed that digital tools were most powerful when they encouraged creativity. To them, users were not just players. They were potential builders. In 2003, they began working on an experiment that would bring this belief to life. It was not called Roblox at the time. Dino blocks did not stand out, and the project itself was incredibly simple. It was a physics sandbox that allowed users to stack blocks, knock them over, and test basic simulations. There were no avatars, no worlds, and no social features. Just blocks, gravity, and imagination. But this experiment had something special. It offered freedom. Unlike most games of that era, Dinoblocks did not tell players what to do. There were no missions or levels. Users were allowed to think, test, build, and explore without limits. For Bashetsky and Castle, this was only the beginning. The prototype slowly evolved. More tools were added. More physics systems were integrated. The idea of allowing users to create their own environments became more compelling with every experiment. The founders began to imagine a platform that could grow far beyond a simple physics toy. They wanted to build a space where players could not only play, but shape an entire experience. In 2004, as the vision expanded, the project received a new name. It needed a title that was simple, memorable, and capable of representing a virtual universe built from digital bricks. They chose the name Roblox as a replacement. It came from a combination of the words robots and blocks. With that decision, the identity of the platform was officially born. By 2005, the first users were invited to test the early Roblox platform. It was extremely basic, and at times it barely worked. Servers were unstable, tools were limited, and performance was unpredictable. But none of this mattered to the small group of people who discovered it. They had never seen anything like it before. For the first time, they could build their own worlds and share them with others. The earliest Roblox players were students, hobbyists, and curious explorers. They played in tiny worlds made of simple blocks. They built towers, obstacle courses, and strange structures that often broke apart the moment physics was applied. But that was part of the fun. Every experiment taught the community something new. The community was not just playing a game. They were helping build the foundation of a platform that was still taking shape. In 2006, Roblox introduced what would become one of its most recognizable features, the classic block-style avatar. The bright yellow head, the square body, and the simple face became the symbol of the platform. It was not detailed or realistic. It was designed to run on almost any computer and allow anyone to participate. This avatar became Roblox's early identity. and it represented the idea that the platform belonged to everyone. Meanwhile, Roblox continued to grow quietly. Users were experimenting with scripts, building small games, and teaching themselves new skills. The founders listened closely to their community and added features requested by the players. Chat systems, building tools, and early safety features were introduced. Even at this early stage, Roblox was shaped heavily by feedback from the people who used it. By the late 2000s, the platform had reached a turning point. What began as a physics experiment had grown into a living digital world. Players were not only building structures, they were creating entire experiences, racing games, obstacle courses, social hangouts, and adventure maps were appearing faster than the founders could track them. Roblox was no longer just a sandbox. It had become a universe built entirely by its users. Every block placed and every idea tested helped form the foundation for what would eventually become one of the most influential platforms in modern gaming. The beginnings were small, messy, and full of trial and error. Yet they were filled with creativity, imagination, and the belief that players could shape their own experiences. What started as a simple experiment was now evolving into something much larger. The world was changing, the internet was changing, and Roblox was preparing for a new chapter.